What's up, ladies? So in this video we're gonna do what you should be doing when a guy pulls away from you. So when a man pulls away, you want to rebound with your own self. Okay, one of the biggest mistakes I see girls doing all the time, even with my coaching clients, is that they basically do not accept the fact or the idea that the man is actually refusing or rejecting them because they've been too complacent in the relationship, and also they were too available via text messaging. One of the biggest mistakes is also seeing women complaining for a man pulling away and going away because he's basically being very reassured of your presence in the text game. So with the messaging, you've been too complacent and present in the chat. So what do I mean by that? You're probably not respecting what I always say and tell my clients, which is you want to respect the one-on-one ratio. The one-on-one ratio is actually when he sends you a message, then you respond, and vice versa. You don't go over texting the guy or actually texting in too little of a period. Like for example, in 2 hours you send him a text, and then you send him a text in 20 minutes, in 2 minutes, and you're too present with the messaging. You have to stand your ground. You have to wait for 6 hours, 4 hours, maybe 5 hours. It depends on whether you're going to be obviously setting up a date or it's just for chit-chatting in text game, so that's not going to be a problem. But the main issue is that basically women are too present with the messaging with the man. So basically this makes him pull away, and also there's a lot of planning mistakes that you're probably going to be doing when you're actually dating a guy. So those mistakes are probably going to be mistakes like obviously telling that you love him too soon. So you're telling a guy that you're actually falling in love with him immediately, and that's actually going to be damaging greatly. Your relationship is going to be damaging your lifestyle and obviously damaging your potential relationship that you're building with this guy. So you want to retain your feelings, you want to retain your availability, you want to be available once, twice in a week. It depends, but you want to stay your ground, stand your ground. This is one of the biggest mistakes I see ladies doing also in my consulting calls. So you want to take this into account. Now, if a guy is pulling away from you, probably he's actually ghosting you, he's not responding to text messages, he's not being available, he's not in the game right now. So he's actually going away, maybe dating other girls. Now what you do is I want you to rebound with your own self, probably forgetting about what your private life was, what your single life was. So I want you to start getting back on track for the things that you actually were doing before. So like for example, probably you were actually really into, I don't know, maybe one hobby of yours, maybe one passion of yours. If you didn't have any passions or hobbies, you want to get back on your passions and hobbies, you want to start doing things, you want to stay in the pain of seeing the guy pulling away, and you want to stay in the idea of taking back your own self. It's pretty simple. Just go fucking doing something that was your passion or hobby before. And you want to start doing things that were so cool before, meeting a guy, and also maybe 2 years from now, you will probably keep on doing your passions, and through your passions and hobbies, you will probably find a better guy. Who the fuck knows that? Who knows that? We don't care, okay? What actually is really important is to see that a woman keeps her own value. If we see a woman that keeps her own value, we automatically fall in love with her, and probably with a better chance, we probably will start valuing her way more. And that's actually going to help us to basically do not pull away from you. So it's pretty simple. You want to stand your ground. Why you're not standing your ground? Why the fuck are you actually crying out loud? Because basically you think that a guy is not actually accepting you. It's not a subjective fact that is actually rejecting you. Is an objective fact, okay? So it's subjective to him. What do I mean with subjective and objective? I mean that if a guy refuses you and pulls away from you, it's not because you're ugly or jack shit. It's just because the guy probably is not connecting very well with you, and probably you made some mistakes. Those mistakes are like 70% of the fact that he actually pulled away, and the other 30% you don't take control of it. The other 30% is just the guy that for X variables or Y or X variables, he chooses to step away, and you will never know. It's the black swan variable that actually Chris Voss talks about in his book. I highly suggest you read that book, where he says probably the person is actually rejecting the negotiation and refusing to actually negotiate and do things with you is because there's something you will never know behind that. So you want to maximize the things that you're going to be doing to favor the development of the relationship or whatever it is, and then basically just accept the fact that you did all you could do. Okay? So if a guy is pulling away, the first thing is to rebound on yourself. First thing is to get back on your track. Get back on the things you were doing before. Get back on dating more people. Get back on the volume. What is the volume? What is the ratio one-on-one? We talked about the ratio one-on-one. I'll tell you about the volume. The volume is that you want to increase the guys you're going to be dating way over. Like 1-2 dates a week. 1-2 dates a week. And you keep on like that. You want to keep the reps in. Keep the reps in. So you date with more people. You find more guys. And girls, I used to do this. Okay, I used to do this with ladies. I used to date a lot of ladies. I used to date like two girls a week. Okay, tops. And it was like all I could afford, because basically it was a money problem at the age, like 5 years ago. It was a time problem. I used to do an office job and it was killing my ass. So basically you want to start focusing and putting your mind into the idea of increasing the volume of girls, of men you're going to be dating. So you want to date as many men as possible. If the guys, okay, that you're dating now are pulling back, just increase the volume and let them pull away. Okay, relax the fuck down, and also get back on your passions, get back on your track. Why the fuck are you not on your track? Why the fuck are you actually getting distracted? You shouldn't have the time to think about a guy pulling away from you because you're actually super busy with yourself. Now, this is pretty obvious at the beginning stages of a relationship, like basically you're just dating the guy, you know? Now, let's say you are into a relationship. You're into a relationship, probably you want to give him the time and the space. The mathematical equation doesn't change at all. It's always the same shit, just with one single difference. You're not going to be dating other guys. If you're in a monogamous relationship, obviously you're not going to be dating other guys. But if you have friends, like girlfriends or male friends, whatever it is, just start dating them again. Like if they are other potential partners, that's going to actually probably give you a little short span of time where you actually reserving time for these people, forgetting about the guy pulling away. And also, if you're into a relationship, and also if you're not into a relationship, the main issue with women is that they do not understand that men need the time to be alone. Men need time to stay for the fuck of themselves, okay? They just need time to re-elaborate, recuperate. Like for example, me, myself, sometimes I need that. If I'm in a relationship, I probably would be telling my girlfriend, hey, just step the fuck away. I need to stay the fuck away. I need to stay the fuck alone. And if I don't do that, I get emotional. I overreact on things that I should not be overreacting. So probably we're going to hurt you with that. And this will avoid you to get into hard discussions with your partner, because he could get emotional if you basically don't give him the time to actually stay for himself. So you have to give him the time to stay the fuck for himself. Just stay alone and just give him the time. Do not worry if a guy's pulling away. Get back on your track, get back on yourself, start getting on a rebound for yourself. Start dating your female friends, your male friends. Get on that shit right fucking now. There's passions, there's hobbies, there's probably things you're not doing. Respect the one-on-one ratio, increase the volume of people you're dating. Just reserve your time for other people and let the guy pull away and wait for you to come back. Just wait the fuck down. Relax the fuck down. Okay? So, subscribe to the channel if you want more suggestions and videos like this. If you got any suggestions, I will leave those in the comments. We're going to start making videos a little bit more often. We're actually publishing once every 3 days, every 4 days. It depends. Just subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next.